Hi, this is Stewart.
Hi, and I'm Paul.
And this week we reviewed the film Inbred. Inbred is a horror comedy, a gore-filled romp across a sadistic Yorkshire countryside. A group of young offenders get more than they bargained for when they embark on a rural community service weekend. It's a crazy chainsaw massacre type film, but with a bucket load more comedy and British humour.
Let me tell thee all the fate that did befall.
So the main kind of plot is straightforward enough, bit of a chainsaw kind of massacre. But what really stole the show for me was the twisted locals. I could watch them all day long, like an episode of Emmerdale Gone Bad.
Yeah, definitely.
Filled with loads of gore. But yeah, it was fun. It was really enjoyable and very kind of twisted.
yeah, and I think the plot as well. It's straightforward enough to follow, but there's a lot of kind of fun moments in there. It doesn't twist and turn too much, so it kind of follows your standard horror film slasher type.
You know what you're getting, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. But I think it's the British humour and the British sensibilities that they put in there.
And
There's
the Yorkshire sensibilities as well.
a lot of Yorkshire stereotypes, most of which are true anyway.
We're all going to die if we don't stick together. Do you understand me?
On with the show.
The other characters in the film, other than the inbred villagers, the kids.
The kids, the kids, they were great. They were very believable. There was a lot of contrast within that group. There were characters you can very much latch onto. Kate specifically, the more kind of approachable community support officer, the female lead, very strong character, very passionate about looking after these kids, especially when things start to go crazy.
The locals are definitely what steals the show, really, and a lot of the film. There's so many good moments with deaths, and if you're a gore fan, it's really something I think you should check out.
Very well done as well.
Yeah, the special effects
Really
makeup
good
was really
special
good, really good on this film.
That level of brutality in any film, regardless of budget and regardless of British or the ones that we've reviewed, there are some real creatively dark moments in there.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of Hostel, especially just the way that they're being tortured in Hostel. There's a scene in the film, kind of the big set piece of the film is these kids getting the inbreds taking the rage out on the kids. That's quite. It's got a unique British twist on that.
Definitely.
So it's not something you normally expect to see, and it's quite creepy and disturbing.
It is quite a slow build film in a way. Things get crazy, but you're allowed time to settle with the characters and really kind of get to know them. But there's a real sense of foreboding in every little detail that comes in. Like the kids come into the village, they see some smaller kids playing, and even that's creepy. It's got that League of Gentlemen vibe to it right from the start, that they're going somewhere strange and this is something bad's gonna happen, and that foreboding is very present. What is nice about it though, even though the whole thing is dark and it is bleak, it is always done with a wink and a nudge. It's always funny, it's always got a lightheartedness to it, even when the more horrific things are taking place.
I mean, they even go into like a creepy pub. Like in American Werewolf type of thing, the Slaughtered Lamb. They go into one of these creepy pubs with all the locals staring at them, and it's very clear they're in the wrong place. They shouldn't be there at all. And there's a lot of jokes based off of that, and especially it contrasts the villagers with these kids and the community support workers. So definitely worth a watch.
Definitely.
We need to phone an ambulance, Jeff. Where's your phone?
I'll give you something to ease the pain.
So Alex Chandon directed and wrote Inbred. Now he's done a handful of feature films and a lot of shorts before and things, but I think it's safe to say this one was the biggest, or to date anyway. And from what I would stagger is the best as well. It's got a great production value behind it. I mean, we were saying some of the gore factor was brilliant, but the overall production was great. There was nothing to fault with it. no bad sound or anything. Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it was very
a
smoothly,
great-
aesthetically and technically.
Yeah,
basically.
definitely.
Alex as well directed one of the shorts for the horror anthology for the Shortcuts to Hell, which I believe was run in partnership with the Horror Channel.
Yes,
They made it into. They basically made lots of short films as a competition, and then they made it into a feature film. So that is another thing you can check out of his.
Yeah, and that was in its first year when he submitted.
Yeah.
It's now coming up for its second year, in fact.
And we're going to enter something.
We are going to enter something. But yeah, Alex has actually gone on to write The Sleeping Room, which was Movie Mogul's second feature film, I believe. So I think it was great that Alex has wrote The Sleeping Room. We'll have to check that out when that comes live. I think they only just finished shooting on that recently in the last few months.
So another interesting thing about Inbred is there's a lot of great cast members in there.
Yeah, really good.
Lots of recognisable people you'll recognise from TV and film.
Yeah.
One of the more interesting ones that we saw was Dominic Brunt, who is Paddy from Emmerdale.
Yes, yeah.
Who, again, we're aware that he makes his own feature films as well.
Really interesting guy on the kind of up-and-coming independent filmmaking community, certainly in the area where we're based.
Yeah, definitely.
He runs the Leeds Zombie Festival.
Yeah.
Really need to check that out, actually. But he's also, his company ran with his wife, Joanna, Mitchell and Brunt.
Right.
Mitchell and Brunt Productions. Yeah, they've got a good slate of films, short films, and they've just done their first feature film.
Yeah.
In fact, we're going to check that one out as well.
Yes.
Called Before Dawn.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great films being made at the moment, and a lot of brilliant newcomers to the scene that are really making a mark in big ways. It's good.
So that's it from us for this week. Please do check out our website for more episodes of Best of British. That's glasscannonfilm.co.uk. We've got a lot more content on there, all our short films. We've just finished the post-production on our short film Holmganger, which is a Viking dark drama, which we're very excited about. Yeah, short epic film. It's our version of Lord of the Rings, really. So please do check that out and be back here soon for the next episode of Best of British.
Yeah.
See you later.
Hi, it's Paul here,
I'm Stewart.
and we're doing Best of British.